Hey everyone! So if you follow me or are subscribed to me, then that probably means that you're a babbling emotional mess. But that's okay! I'm not, but I'm an ally, and I want what's best for my subscribers. I want you all to be able to let out your emotions freely. So that's why today in this video, I'm going over the top 10 places to let your emotions out at school. The top places to hide your crying. The 10 most elite locations to be upset. And if you try any of these, let me know. I love knowing that I'm helping needy people in need. And with that said, let's begin. This first one is a classic. Most of you probably already use this one, but its usefulness remains forever true. Generation after generation, this location has been used for all you lonely losers. Crybabies. People who need a place to cry. And that place is none other than the bathroom. There are stalls that you can sit and hide in and just cry your eyes out. And maybe people will hear you, but that's okay because they're not gonna know who you are. And a bonus tip is to get the handicapped stall. And if there's someone in there or trying to get in there, just push them out of the way because you need it more. Also, if you get tears on your shirt, no problem. You were just washing your hands and the water splashed. Or you dropped a big dookie and the water splashed aggressively, yeah? The bathroom is a goated crying spot, and you can't tell me otherwise. This one is object specific, but if your class or your school has this, then you're good to go. Yes, that's right. Number 2 is the desk. Now, obviously, this doesn't work for all desks, but if you have one of those desks most commonly found in elementary schools or middle schools that have the slot right underneath the desk, the one that you put your books in, you can just slide your head in horizontally and cry, cry, cry. If someone asks what you're doing, all you have to tell them is, oh, you're looking for your ruler, or you're looking for your stapler. I don't know. It honestly doesn't matter because you're not actually looking for anything. You're bawling your eyes out because you're a crybaby. Now, be careful not to try this method with a different type of desk, as that could impact results. Now, the last one was more so for elementary and middle school, and this next one is more so for middle school and high school. So middle schoolers, you guys are lucky, but also you're probably the most likely to be crying, so it works out. This one is, of course, the locker! This one is a great option for some quick cries. You, again, just stick your head in the locker and pretend to be looking for something. While this method is very similar to the desk method, do be warned that this one requires you to have quick access to a locker, specifically your locker. It relies heavily on your proximity to said locker. But on the bright side, this is your locker, so you won't run into any other bawling crybabies in there. It's just you. Okay, so this next one, you do have to be on the lookout for some other crybabies, because it's a popular one. But if you are lucky enough to get this one all to yourself, the crying possibilities are endless. And this location, of course, is the band room. The band room is generally only used before and after school with a couple of classes randomly throughout the day. And it's usually not near other classrooms for sound reasons. And that is to the crier's benefit. No one can hear you cry, so you can be a crybaby as loud as you want and no one will hear you. Now, the downside to this location is that band kids like to cry too. They cry all the time. If you're a band kid, you probably know this. Band kids can also be weird, but that's unrelated. So before you burst into the band room to burst into tears, make sure the room is empty before you do so. And if you are in the clear, then be sure to lock the doors so no tearful tuba player tries to kick you out. This one takes some skill. It is not for the beginner crier. This one, you need some acting chops. This next one is the nurse's office. What better place to cry than a place that a lot of kids cry? The thing about some of these criers is that they got hurt, or they have a headache, or they're not feeling well. So you can't just come in here and expect to rain tears. You have to rain your best performance. Ow, my head hurts. Ow, my ankle is twisted. Make it believable so that your real tears can find their way through. Plus, you might get a sticker and a lollipop, which inevitably might make you feel better. Actually, no, it won't. You crybaby. This next one is definitely for the rich private school kids. So if your school is broke, you might as well just skip to number 7. This next crying location is the pool. Yes, the pool. All you rich kids can easily get away with crying in your school's state-of-the-art swimming pool. Or, to you, crying pool. Because you're gonna cry in it. If you are already drenched in water, no one's gonna see the tears streaming down your cheek. If your eyes are all red and puffy, no one's gonna pay attention to it because they'll assume that it's just the chlorine. A pool is among the top places to cry when amidst other people. You can bawl your eyes out, and no one will know. Let's get right to it. It's your English teacher's classroom. Let's be real. If you're crying in school, then you're probably pretty close with your English teacher, and they are basically your therapist. And that's okay because they would rather be your therapist than teach a class. You can cry and cry to them, and they'll help you through whatever it is you're dealing with. Whatever stupid little thing you're whining about this time, they're there for you. The one issue with this method is the time restraints. As much as your English teacher wants to be your therapist, they only get paid to make kids read Romeo and Juliet with no emotion at all. So at least 5 or 6 times a day, this method is unfortunately unavailable. Be sure to map out times when this method can be used because it's very highly rated and very effective. Similar to number 6, this next method uses a third-party water source. However, this one is not limited to fancy schools. Number 8 is obviously the water fountain method. If you aren't worried or stressed about labeling yourself as a messy water drinker, which, let's be honest, you probably are, you anxiety-ridden, tearful human being, you can do the water fountain method. While getting a drink from a water fountain, you just visibly splash some water on your face. This way, people assume that you're just not coordinated as opposed to being a frail, fragile crybaby. The cafeteria. Hear me out. This method is very underrated. You might be thinking, okay, why would I cry in the cafeteria where the whole school can see me? But answer me this. When was the last time you could actually hear someone speaking to you in the cafeteria? The cafeteria is so loud that you have to scream to your friend across the table if you want them to hear you. Oh, a friend is a person that, well, you can just Google what a friend is. Anyway, and to hide the fact that you are crying, just put your head down. No one's gonna question why your face is just planted in a jacket. To everyone else, it's just gonna look like you're taking a little midday nap. Even regular people, the non-crybabies, take naps. Number 10. Here we are. The last location on this list. The one you've all been waiting for. The best method to date. The method no one can beat. And that method is anywhere. Yeah. Just cry wherever you are. We can already tell you're crying. There's no use in trying to hide it from everyone else.